Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that session. While we wait for folks from other tracks, let's take a question on security that we recently received. We're a small company that doesn't have the bandwidth to hire security experts. What do we need to do with Google Cloud to make sure that we're secure, compliant, and handling our user data the right way?
That is a great question. Security should really be on top of mind for anyone building a company or really any app or service today. These days, moving your data to a cloud provider like Google can be a big win in terms of improving your security model. Rather than having to develop and implement your own holistic security process, you can take advantage of everything Google has done to secure its own infrastructure.
Which is a great point. I mean, we've published numerous reports that talk about how often hack attempts happen to Google. It's something crazy like 300 times a day. The fact that we've had to harden our own offerings to keep our company secure means that we can also offer the same to you. You get the same protections that we build into Gmail, Drive, YouTube, and all of our services that are available to anyone who builds on Google Cloud. Steph, what does that actually look like for a developer?
Well, there's a lot we can talk about here, but I just want to cover a couple of top-level considerations. In terms of our software platforms, we have the basic philosophy: trust nothing and authenticate every time. That's really a philosophy of assuming someone is trying to get at data they shouldn't at all times and build a security model accordingly. And that goes beyond just software implementations. We look for opportunities to integrate hardware security mechanisms to make our security even more robust. To start, all your Google Cloud traffic travels on our private, secure, ultra-fast global backbone. We control this end-to-end, which gives us a lot of opportunity to ensure it's secure. And we transfer a lot of data on that backbone. Analysts estimate that by itself, it carries somewhere between 25 to 40% of all the world's internet traffic.
Which, I'm sure, is why we get so many reports of sharks chewing on our underwater cables.
All right, that's a separate story. But anyhow, that's on our network. But the thing that drives that is really the data centers, where each machine uses a custom Google design and produced Titan security chip. These chips are crucial to our network security since they define the machine's identity and drive all the encryption that follows. Now, I want to point out that this is all great. Google can keep your data secure once it's on our networks, but you, the developer, still have to worry about compromised access to the data. And what I'm saying is that you have to worry about phishing attacks. So on Google's side, we've tried to reduce the surface area for phishing by creating a consistent authentication experience for all our users, whether they're logging into Gmail or into an app that uses Google Cloud Platform APIs. By ensuring this consistency, we make it much harder for a bad actor to trick a user with a phishing scheme because there aren't as many variables in a user's expectation. It also means that any two-factor authentication that users have set up will carry over seamlessly into the platform experience with no extra steps for the user or extra work for the developer.
Right. The best protection against phishing is to remove the opportunities for deceit. And there might be some times when we miss something, but our teams are quick to shut down the security risk altogether until a fix can be released. We take user security seriously, just as much as we take data security seriously, which is also what developers generally care about. They want to make sure their data is secure and as safe as an entity of information. They want to make sure that data center fire isn't going to completely destroy their business.
Valid concern. I mean, this used to be a real threat, especially when it came to on-premise deployments, but Google Cloud was built as an extension of internal Google services that we use. And this means that you get a bunch of features for free simply by building with cloud. One of those is our data recovery assurance. First, all data at Google is backed up, and the backups are backed up, and those backups are backed up and logged, and we basically can't lose anything. So even if one data center goes down, we have duplicates of our duplicates. And the only change your company might notice would be a slight delay, and we're talking milliseconds here, or a short downtime if a new data center has to suddenly come online.
And that's what we really call redundancy. All right, let's head back to the sessions and we'll see you again soon.